Hey everybody, this is Chris, EVP here at BroadBased, and you're watching the premiere edition of our Digital Marketing Roundup. At the agency, we get a lot of questions from colleagues and clients about digital marketing, and we put this roundup together to answer the most popular ones. We're going to feature them every month in our newsletter, and you can visit our website at www.bbased.com to subscribe. Feel free to email me at chris@bbased.com with any questions you'd like included in the next roundup. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, question one, Facebook ad campaigns versus boosting individual posts. Which is better? So we get this one a lot. When the Facebook ad platform first launched, boosting posts was the only way to reach a bigger audience, and now they offer a ton of different ad campaign options, and we've had a lot of success using these versus boosting posts. One of the reasons why, boosted posts only allow you to reach one audience at a time, and with ad campaigns, you can customize your post content for each audience that you're targeting. Second, you can't track boosted posts if they use more than one link with UTM tracking codes, which makes it impossible to see which pieces of content users are clicking on when you run multiple images and links in your ads. Really, the reason that this isn't good is because then if you're trying out new messages and new content, you really can't tell what's working and what's not. So again, that's why we prefer ad campaigns over boosts. And then finally, boosted posts are visible to everyone that likes your page, so you can't run ads without your main audience seeing them. So when you're targeting people that don't already like your page, ad campaigns allow you to post exclusive content so you can run unique offers and again, track what's working and what's not. So again, just to recap, ad campaigns allow you to do more. You can match your message to the perfect audience. You got multiple ways to track success, and you can post exclusive content based on the goals of your campaigns. So on to question two. Let's see. Why do I need to keep having SEO work done on my site after I rank number one? So this is another good question. SEO campaigns, as anyone that's ever done SEO on their website, it's a big investment in time, big investment in budget, and it may seem natural once you get those lifts in your rankings and you start ranking in the top 5 and even number 1, you want to taper back a little bit on the amount of work and budget that you're putting into SEO. There's several reasons why we don't advise doing this. For starters, if all the optimization tasks stop, your rankings are going to drop, right? It only goes, it's kind of makes the most sense that if all the work you've done to achieve those top rankings, if you just stop doing that and it comes to a halt, those rankings are going to fall behind. And again, one of the main reasons why is if your competition is on top of their game, they're going to notice the lift that you had in rankings, and then they're going to go ahead and make course corrections and start doing more SEO work to kind of catch up to you. So again, if you're not doing anything and your competition is doing a lot, it's only natural that you're going to start falling behind. Google's algorithm changes constantly. As in, again, anyone that's ever done SEO, you know that there's so many different factors that affect the algorithm, and when these shifts occur, if you don't keep up with your SEO efforts, you're going to see that drop in rankings. And if it's a serious change in the algorithm and you don't do anything in response to it, you can even get penalized depending on what Google's rolling out. And again, keyword popularity changes, right? We don't keep searching for the same keywords. Things change, and you may enter them in different order. You may enter completely different keywords. So you really need to make sure that your on-page SEO and what keywords you're emphasizing and your keyword density, that shifts accordingly. So again, just to recap, SEO work, obviously the more that you do, the higher you're going to rank. And then if you stop doing the work, progressively you're going to fall in rankings too. So we don't want to see that, and that's why SEO needs to continue even after you get top rankings. And again, that's a question that we get a lot. So let's see, question 3. Which are more effective, fully designed emails or text-based? So this is a little bit of a trick question. Our answer here would be you want to test to find out. There's so many different factors that affect the success of email campaigns. It's very important to get some data to look at and then use it to guide what you're doing, right? You don't want to just kind of take a shot in the dark. You really want to, get some analytics and do some side-by-sides of, taking the same message, making it text-based, and then also converting it to an HTML design with some images and some nice graphics, and see which one performs better. I think that's always, there is no right or wrong answer with this. With certainly something that is important regardless of whatever format you're using you have to make sure that it views and displays well on email, any email that you're sending on a phone and tablet before you send it, right? So you have to do, again, goes back to testing. So many people, in some cases, over 70%, their first touch with your marketing emails is going to be on a mobile device, particularly their phone. So you want to make sure that it displays well, regardless of what you're using for the format. In our experience, we found that for B2B, business-to-business emails, plain text has worked and performed better. If you're going to use HTML, B2C would appear to be a better industry or audience to send that to. I think we're more used to seeing like a well-designed email with a lot of images and again some branding elements on a B2C email versus business to business as well have tighter spam filters. So if you're sending HTML and you're sending images, those emails could get caught in the spam filters and end up not getting delivered at all. And again, regardless of the format, you want to personalize at every turn. This is something that a lot of the tools that we use for the emails that we're sending. You can use first name, company name. You can reference specific products or services that your audience has shown interest in. Your chances for success go way up when you personalize. So, again, just to recap, here's a nice side-by-side that we found from HubSpot that showed HTML templates had 25% lower open rates than a text-based email. So if you're going to use HTML, make sure it's for a good reason. Make sure you've done your testing and make sure that that's what your audience appreciates. For B2B, for lead nurturing or any kind of automated workflows, text-based emails in our experience have been much more successful. So, again, that wraps it up for the first edition of the Roundup. Just to recap here real quick, Facebook ads beat boosted posts. SEO is a marathon, not a sprint. So when you do achieve those top rankings, it's not time to kind of taper off and rest on your laurels. You want to continue to optimize your website, make sure you keep those top rankings, and then finally, email marketing benefits from experimenting. As we talked about, there's a lot of testing that goes into email marketing. There's no one way to do it. So you want to make sure that you're constantly running those tests, experimenting, and make sure you get the most out of those campaigns. And again, if you have a question for next month's Roundup, you can email me. It's chris@bbase.com, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. Take care. Bye-bye.